Hello everybody, this is Greyshot117 here, bringing you another Company Bros 2 replay, brought to you by this time by Dr. Virus in this 3v3 matchup that is on Port of Hamburg. Yes, Port of Hamburg. Now, Dr. Virus is also joined by Moist and Hulk versus Tahoy, Nodmod, and Justice Litrick. God dang it. Let's see. Yep, they have the advantage. Looks like it, so we'll see how it goes. I do want to say, I do apologize if this video is going to be a little late, and or for the lack of content. If you're wondering, from July 1st through the 3rd, it's RTX. So RTX is a convention with 60,000 people that is hosted by Rooster Teeth and SCGC with Screw Attack and a few other different things. So I am busy with that. Actually just got back and I watched a match in which Greg Miller tore off his shirt and fought Screw Attack, followed by Mega 64 jumping on stage and also fighting them. So yeah, it was great. It's so far been great. Also, I'm gonna have, most likely, my brother and I, when RTX is done, we'll have a recap video. We'll be going over a lot of stuff. For example, different games exclusively we get to play. I'll be going over like beta keys, stuff I've been able to get. For example, Dreadnought, which is a strategy game that's gonna be coming out, but it's like a real. Anyway, it's strategic. It's not really strategy, but it looks awesome. Anyway, lastly, there was a question about the cat. About, oh my god, can we see more of the cat? The cat's on the live stream. And the live stream, it will also be uploaded around this time with a special video with that. So there you go, 2 times the COH2 for your enjoyment. It'll just take a little longer. MG42 holding the rifleman, going in for the flank. Right here's capturing mid. Very, very nice. Dr. Virus, good job. Now we do have some Soviet players. Again, we have 2 Soviets and American versus all 3 Wehrmacht. So no AKW to speak of. So we'll see how that goes. Now we have this MG kind of guarding, but we have another MG guarding it. So I'm assuming that I have no idea why it's facing the wrong way. Okay, now it's good. Whatever the case may be. And should be able to hold that area just fine. Now I don't. Now here's the thing: he does have "quote unquote" double MG, and of course, maybe asking yourself, Greyshot, as the Soviets, how do you get through that? Well, it's actually quite simple. You don't. At least with this guy's setup. So you can see here, this guy went all conscripts. That's great if the enemy is, let's see, not American. Sorry, it's like OKW when they don't have the MG initially, but. Versing the Wehrmacht, you need to go the special weapons or even the scout car. That way you can bust through them, throw satchel, and or get mortars and MGs of your own to really counteract that. That's, in my personal opinion, what you have to do. Now with middle, we can see the American players kind of being pushed back. Again, Dr. Virus's MG is doing work and doing a pretty good job at just holding back the enemy forces, which is pretty awesome in my book. Now let's see. Down south, we do unfortunately have the Allies just taking over a lot of this point. They do have a mortar and stuff, but it looks like whatever happened over here, they did take some casualties, and they, even though have it, can't really hold it, or have any men to hold it. Very nice job. Looks like maybe arm-piercing rounds shocked it, or a mortar. Something along those lines. Something hit it. Let's see. For this guy, Dr. Virus, you have some grenadiers. You have an overall well-rounded army, so that's very, very nice to see. Doctrine-wise, let's see, nothing yet, but you did go elite troops. This is good. If you go stormtroopers with the Panzerschreck and then with the G43 upgrade, that's pretty awesome. And of course, Panzer Tactician is great for keeping your armor alive. Justice Airborne Company, the counterpoint is if the enemy gets Oswins, they can easily shoot down the aircraft, but the P-47s are great at killing armor, while the paratroopers are great against killing infantry, both short to long range. On this map, probably long range would be better with the LMGs, but maybe a mix of both would be good. We shall see. Now let's see, we do have a Hulk's Pioneer Squad. Maybe you want to put a mine right here to prevent an armor flank, would also be very good. Overall, resource-wise, we are kind of split down the middle, looks like. Neither side having a definite advantage, just a couple points here and there, but as soon as they capture this point down here, it should relatively be even, so I'm not too worried. Yeah, so, oh, wow, holy god, that was a great shot. What the fuck was that? Oh, right, the stun grenade. So, because of this upgrade, you get a stun grenade. And actually, not only does not only does it do actually a decent amount of damage, but the great thing about it is it actually does it stuns them so they can't retreat. Sorry, it's been a long day. I've literally been up and at the convention center at like I left here around. I've been pretty much gone for 13 hours at the convention center. It's been a long day. I'm wrapping it up with CH2, so there you go. Very nice. Actually, it was kind enough. If for those who don't know about Rooster Teeth, I met what was it, Mika. I met Aaron, social disorder. Mika is this actually daughter of LeVar Burton, who essentially does Reading Rainbow. For those who are trying to figure out what he did. Man, if this Mortar Squad kills this, that'd be great. Also met James and Elise, while my brother met Adam Kovic and Lauren Sontag. So hopefully I'll meet some more people tomorrow. We shall see. Oh, I'm sorry. And, oh god, what's his name? Zach. I forget his last name, but he's an awesome guy. He actually won a contest with Oprah, which was really, really cool. But in any case, yeah, met him. Anyway, it was awesome. Really, really cool. MG currently pushing up, unfortunately. Having some issue right now, just holding back the amount of infantry. Again, MGs are great, but if you do get swarmed by a lot of infantry, it's very difficult, especially with, like, staying down. Pioneer Squad, not sure what you're trying to accomplish, but okay. A lot of American forces, a lot of infantry pushing up. Not sure why the rear echelon is so present. I'm curious about that. I mean, maybe you could do the suppressive barrage, but I don't know. Let's see. Pioneer Squad trying to flank the mortar. Not too shabby. It'll do some damage, but you can see it's still taking fire, so Pioneer's not that great at attacking. Yeah, so maybe you want to put down like a fighting position or something. I don't know. I mean, this is a good choke point to take out, but I mean, whatever. We do have, again, Americans pushing over here, but we have scout cars. Moist got a lot of scout cars. We do have, it looks like a rifle grenade coming in to kill. No, wow, he didn't hit the rifle. All right. Scout cars are pretty good at just killing infantry, though they are weak because they do not have, like, armor like a tank. So even though they are quote-unquote armored, they do not have great armor. So they can be hurt by bullets, which is very, very important because, again, people are like, oh my god, scout car, run, where it's like, oh, just direct fire. Now, that is a 50 cal machine gun. I don't think it's that great at armor piercing. The Vickers is surely better. But it'll still do, I guess, an MG. It'll still do quite a bit. And actually, this thing is barely alive. I would be very surprised if this rush line can't kill it. Wow, okay, or retreat it. That's cool, too. Probably the smart move. But it's so close to dying, I would have just had my units open fire a little bit more. Soviet forces pushing up north. We can see here again what he's doing. He's spamming a lot of conscripts. Does he have any other upgrades for him? Okay, he does. So he's going to upgrade heavy conscripts. If I had to assume, he's probably going to go with Soviet reserves so that we can upgrade his conscripts even further. That's my guess. We do have some mortars as well to try to get rid of all the MGs, and also another MG for himself, which actually stole off the enemy, which is pretty cool. Wow, you picked it up now. Kind of bad timing in my opinion, but whatever. I guess you moved it up to try to fight that MG, but the mortars would normally do it. Also, mortars are kind of close, honestly, so I don't know what you're trying to do. We have a nice grenadier push over here. They could easily flank around, knock out the Soviet player if done correctly. The Americans are trying to hold out here, but they just do not have the firepower to hold back the Grenadiers with nice. I love the bar. He probably killed the lieutenant. And G43s just increase their attack power. Plus, for those who don't know, again, we have interrogation. Meaning, if you ever see those dead bodies on the ground, it'll interrogate it, and then you can see all units all over the map for quite some time. So right now, I think there's a body. Yeah, this guy moving. Is there a guy moving? Yeah, this guy moving, you can interrogate him. And then reveal enemy locations. Sorry, I don't know what the fuck why you said WTF, but I'm assuming it's just because you lost a unit because of bullshit reasons. Scout car moving up, now 2-star, which I guess makes it slightly better. Is it the same thing? Sure, why not? But yeah, it looks like the American player is pushing forward, doing a pretty good job. Unfortunately, this guy, while I like the Panzer Grenadiers to fight against it, you don't really have anything substantial to hold back a lot of Grenadiers. Nor is this really thing, Grenadiers, sorry, Riflemen. Nor is this really good at fighting Riflemen. Panzer Grenadiers, especially with the upgrade, lack really any good anti-infantry efficiency. Now, if you blob it up, sure, it'll get better. But overall, yeah, it's simply not that case. Although I do like the scout car focus. You don't see the scout car used a lot, but because of the recent patch, I've been seeing it more and more, which I really, really like. Opening up the battlefield for more units and adding more variety is something I always am for. I played Halo Wars 2 earlier today. They were showing it off part of our RTX, and yeah, that I'll give my impressions in the later video, but it was great on the short version. But there was a guy who just spammed one unit, and he's like, I'm just gonna do this. Not only did I have a diverse set, but my diverse set had some of the anti and was able to kill most of his anti. So it's like you need a diverse army, which is why I feel in like certain situations when people NG spam this game or do like one of that type or go with a specific formula that is like everyone knows about, it's like of course you're gonna lose. But once you mix things up a bit and have a diverse army that kind of, you can't just be like, oh, I'm gonna go Hanzo and Hanzo beats this. Like, well, no, because like there are weaknesses, stuff like that you can easily pull up and counter it. That's why if you have like Overwatch, a full team of Hanzos, it never works out for you. Why did you retreat that? Our piercing rounds would have been great. I literally could have killed both of them, but no, just retreat. I'm sure that's fine. Now, the question is, oh god. I'm watching my cat jump up in the air and try to hit quote unquote nothing. It's fantastic. Oh boy. I wish I could just put a cat cam sometimes. Scout cars going in for the flank. Very, very nice. Rear echelon can't really do shit. So these guys can really push in and do a lot of damage. Now we have a Stewart. You maybe think to yourself, oh, Greyshot, Stewart's going to win this. Stewart is awesome. Stewart is a tank, meaning it has greater armor. And firepower-wise, I've seen it kill a tiger. I have replays of it killing tigers. So it's obviously going to win. No, Scout cars actually, while weak, have enough firepower that they can actually hold back a Stewart. If they focus and if they're not, being supported. You can see in this situation, this guy was an idiot. Sends 2 scout cars up against an MG, which has armor-piercing rounds. So I guess that was a stolen MG, my bad. And it just got wrecked by a Stewart going for the flank. Now, here's the bad thing. This guy Panzerfaust this thing, which he's doing right now, and moves up his Panzer Grenadiers. You could easily kill this thing. Easily. Nice try trying to get the unit out of the tank, but alas, just not going to work. We've also been moving up. Very good. You can shoot down the AA, for example. It can't shoot down the paratrooper because it'll automatically drop, but it will do a lot of damage to all this infantry over here. And honestly, we have 1 AT gun moving up, but we don't have that much AT at the moment. So if he plays it correctly and uses the building as cover and keeps firing, he can do a tremendous amount of damage. Now, he has to stay away from the riflemen that do have AT grenades that can do a lot of damage. But overall, as long as he stays mobile and, oh shoot, and can do a lot of damage, he's fine. Now, very nice job with the smoke again. That is with the Spearhead Doctrine. That's great with the Fragmentation Bomb and other things that just make it very, very good. The Tiger's also a pretty good heavy tank. But we have a decent amount of forces so far. Let's see. Oh, nice. And Moist went the other Stormtroopers Doctrine, the Encirclement Doctrine, which I've seen a lot more people use. Very happy about that. I really do like this doctrine. I personally don't use it, but I find it very effective. And the only reason I don't use it is because I just like other ones, but this is honestly one of my top doctrines. I'll usually switch it out now and again. So, moving on, we have, let's see, the Axe is actually still winning somehow. Again, we can see a lot of fuel points and stuff like that with the allies. A little bit more territory overall, just don't have those resources, which is kind of making the big difference. Now again, I could see why you moved over your armor to try to help your ally out, but Moist is having some difficulties over here. Again, we can see here, like, I'm sorry, let me make sure I get this name right. Yeah, I'm just going to call him Rich. I'll call him Rich. Rich is doing a great job of keeping his infantry alive and also vetting them up. He has a lot of vetted troops, which makes it very difficult to fight. We have a Stug. Not sure why we have a Stug of all things. I mean, Stug's pretty good against armor of the medium variety, not the heavy variety. But this variation is not good against infantry. So with the infantry having, you know, bazookas and AT grenades, it's probably not the best idea to engage with the Stug, although having it support a bunker, I could agree with that. Now again, we have the Echelon with the bazookas. Common tactic, again, have Echelons kind of cheap infantry with a lot of AT fire or anti-infantry fire. That way you can just kill a bunch of stuff very quickly and then you can retreat it, and it's very easy to get back on the battlefield. I think that was a grenade, very nice, or mine, one of the two. Something was over here caused damage. Whatever the case may be, very nice indeed. Now, unfortunately, we can see here that unfortunately Moist is being pushed back, and slowly but surely the Axis need to figure out a new way to fight. Actually, Dr. Virus, you have a Stug, and you have a lot of upgrades for it, so it actually makes it a lot better, and honestly will probably make it equal, and actually have pretty much a better chance of fighting in this game than before, so we shall see how this goes. Up north, again, this is actually a pretty vital spot. People forget that you can actually move up here and capture a lot of this territory up here, and the enemy, of course, will be like, oh, we're just going to block this area off, similar to, like, down here, block it off and capture a lot of points. But what is very important is, well, sometimes the enemy will forget about this area, and you can easily just recap and get a lot of points. That's what, I want to say Dr. Virus or someone did. I'm assuming maybe either that or Hulk. Someone went up there and captured a bunch of territory, so, in my opinion, pretty great. Jesus Christ, I'm a person who doesn't drink coffee, so fortunately that bites me in situations like this, where I probably should get some sleep, probably need some sleep, but no, I'm like, I need to get the render and stuff done this evening, so we'll see how well that goes. We have a nice little blob infantry here, again, using the ambulance to heal, keep his guys on the front line, very nice. Now, of course, if the Axis can find that location and bomb it, well, it's GG. But yeah, with the overwhelming firepower, along with the paratroopers, with the LMGs and whatnot, I just don't think that these Grenadiers can really stand in a fight like that. It's just very unlikely they could win. And also, Mod got the like, I would think of this like most common doctrine for the Soviets. It's shock rifle front lines because of the IS-2, shock troops, etc., etc. All very powerful abilities they all give. Now, my question is with him is, why are you saving up so much manpower? Yeah, why are you saving up so much manpower is anyone's guess. I would get more, honestly. Troops, by the way, and just keep deploying them. Let's see what doctrine. Oh, wow, okay. Tactical Support Company. Maybe he's going to Calliope spam. I don't know. But honestly, I would start using that manpower a bit. I like what he's doing with the Stug. He's just running over the infantry. That's pretty smart. Because eventually they could fire enough shots while either suppressed or just immobilized that it could do some damage over here, maybe. Again, it's unlikely, but it still could. But with the Stug running them over, it makes it very difficult. A lot of stuff coming over here, but we have an Oswin moving in, along with Panzer IV. Very good at killing this stuff. Now, he put a double demo charge. I'm very curious why he did that. I don't think it's enough to bring down the bridge. We shall see. I think he'll fire in this area, maybe. No? Okay. I guess maybe he was trying to lay a decoy for a counterattack, kind of lay a big bomb. Pretty smart, again, to kind of choke point the enemy and kind of focus where they're going to hit and neutralize them. Overall, not a bad strategy whatsoever. So let's see. Okay, and with that, we have airborne and... Okay, I would say overall both sides did a pretty good job picking their doctrines. They're all really good. Now, unfortunately, a lot of AT stuff. What are you doing, Cat? I swear to God. A lot of AT stuff and whatnot. Unfortunately, you're going to just tear that Oswin and Panzer IV apart. Yeah, they're medium armor, so they can't take that many hits. It's a good idea to, again, bring out two of them so they can kind of tag team, help each other out. You can see that one rifleman is literally about to die. Focus fire on it. Wow, they're both about to die. And that's why you don't chase something. If he used Panzer Protection, should be smoke, so you're unlikely to see him. So that's why you just tell attack target. But let's see. Nice little battle over here between our riflemen and some grenadiers with the G43 rifles. Unfortunately, these guys are still moving, kind of running around. Shot nice grenade. So yeah, they're gonna retreat. There's no way they could really fight. And currently, we have the American player over here. They're currently just like trying to hold out. Now, if this grenadier squad can flank and do a bunch of rifle grenades, do some serious damage over here. That, or they could do some special like. Yeah, they could do a fragmentation bomb right there. It'd be great. Nice rifle grenade. A little bit of damage. I think he killed a unit or two, but overall that was a good hit. If he took out the ambulance or the major, that would have been a more crippling hit, but whatever the case may be, at least he did something. Stug's on standby. Again, I guess they're trying to make sure they have something to fight some armor. Well, again, we have here Hulk kind of getting stuff for anti-infantry. And what are you doing down south? Okay, you're actually getting the heavier armor. So I really like these Axis players because they're diversifying their load. It's like, I'm just going to go medium tanks. Everyone goes medium tanks. No, that's a bad strategy because, again, that diversity helps make sure the enemy stays on their toes. So in this situation, for example, let's like keep that goddamn Sherman back. Because there's no way you can fight a Panther. That said, I mean, the AT gun definitely does help. So he needs something to counteract that. And unfortunately, he doesn't really have the army anymore to really fight that. Best thing for him to do, honestly, is very simple. Most likely what he really needs to... Most likely what he needs to do is... I'm trying to think of the best way to put it. I mean, the guy's blobbing, so maybe use a recon of some type. Yeah, okay, yeah. I know. I was like, there's recon. Hulk could do recon. Panzerwerfer strike here, take out a lot of guys, and kind of even out the playing field. Because right now, unfortunately, I'm looking at the Axis compared to Allies, and I see the Allies kind of curb stomping the Axis with more men and especially resources. I mean, like, look at the mod guy. He easily has 500 fuel. He's saving up for the IS-2. That's a guarantee. I think it's a bad move. He could easily get like Katusha or some Su-85s or something along those lines. But he's just not, and that's kind of screwing him. No idea what's that for, but that was a really nice fragmentation bomb. At least he killed one mortar and damaged the other two. I feel like over here probably been better, or over here. This would have been beautiful if he would have done it right here. But whatever the case may be, it's at least something good. It's at least something where you did kill something. So it wasn't a complete loss. I hate it when people do that and be like, oh, here's a great target, and then just miss. Incendiary, again, that can burn away the bunker, kind of open up the playing field for the Americans to push through here. Unfortunately, the Stugs don't really have a lot of AT, so... I mean, not AT, anti-infantry, so that could be a major issue. Panther coming back in after being healed, going to push back that Sherman. Sherman is good at fighting Panzer IVs. It has a really tough time fighting Panthers. I'm going to be very honest. Simply because even with the armor-piercing rounds, it just has a hard time penetrating Panther armor. And so you need, typically, multiple units to really fight that. Like I said, I feel that was a waste. I feel like you should have moved up really close and fired here. Honestly. Nice job with the Stugs. Again, you're trying to move up and get kills, but there's so much AT here. That's a bad move. Nice double smoke. That should allow enough room for you to fall back and easily get those things healed. Okay, now it's kind of a stalemate. Now, Moist has the special. Again, in the last game, we saw that encirclement doctrine be played. Okay, you're using encirclement doctrine. At least I'll call it mortar support to all frontline territories. But I feel like you should maybe try to cut off a very specific area. Maybe here would be good, or... Yeah, this map is not really choke point. Like, this map is not something you could just disconnect a lot of territories from, at least from what I can see. Which makes it very difficult. We have a KV flamethrower again from that, again, shock rifle, burning everything away. But, wow, Calliope, close range bullshit. Oswin trying to do some damage. Probably should move up the infantry and just, you know, just kill it. Get him away from the ambulance. At least spread them out so the Oswin just fire one shot and take it out. You do have a KV coming in with a 45mm gun. That's going to suck and die. Simple. It's hard for a 45mm gun to penetrate. That's why I really don't like the defensive doctrine. Simply because of the fact that I just don't like that 200 point AT gun. I just find it useless. Now we do have the Panzer IV. He's trying to kill the Calliope. One more shot, he'll do it. Maybe he'll try to blitz through and kill it, I don't know, or blitz away. Whatever the case may be, at least he knocked out the main gun, which should stop the Calliope from firing for quite some time. Trying to look around and see stuff. Really not that much going on. I'm trying to... Yeah, it's pretty much just a cluster right now. I feel like... Let's see, for the Axis... Yeah, the Axis still have a relatively small army. They need to take out some, you know, really great targets. But here's something I will say. Dude, Hulk, you have 1,200 manpower. I hate to break it to you, but you're kind of losing in this game just ever so slightly. So... more men might be a beneficial tactic for you. MGs, good. Mortars, great. AT guns, helpful. Anything, something, come on. Smoke to get through again. Does it so we can get closer, maybe throw a grenade or something at the rifleman. That's my assumption. Okay, nice grenade, will do damage. Okay, it does do quite a bit of damage. Not a lot, but enough to make him retreat. Anyway, we have the medium... armor, is Stuga medium? I'm assuming it's medium armor. Medium armor moving up. Very nice job killing the conscripts. We have plenty more where that came from, especially because he has, look how much manpower. You can literally buy probably 2 IS-2s at this rate. It's getting ridiculous. How much does an IS-2? 640, 230? Yeah. I mean, nice job with the closed up pocket, but like I said, I feel like you're missing the point. Your point's supposed to decap points and kind of overwhelm them, but yeah, it's just not working because you're not really cutting them off. It's really, you can't really cut them off in this point when you do have a lot of Panzerwerfers coming out, so that is a big concern we do have to, or at least the Allies have to worry about. Down south we have a Panther. Again, we do have some AT, but it is very tough to penetrate that front armor of a Panther. So again, even with all the AT force they do have, and they probably should, you know, bring up those AT guns as soon as possible, it's just simply not enough with the bazookas, cause it's having a very hard time penetrating, as shown here. I think, or that was a mortar. One of the two. Something happened. Now, the nice thing about the Axis, they are kind of focusing on the points, so they are at least being able to, like, slowly whittle down the Allies. I mean, the Allies are kind of doing that too, but they're doing it slightly better. This is, okay, Panther would be perfect, because you could easily bust through that KV armor. Pretty much almost go through almost every single shot, which is really, really helpful, just killing those heavy tanks that the Soviets have. Now, fragmentation bomb would be great, unless you have something else I'm forgetting. You really don't, okay. Or, yeah, because the Stuka bomb that you could call in, like this one, the break supply line doesn't hurt infantry or anything that much. So calling it down at this point, probably not the best idea. Also went decap because of the Majors, so... The Major's third special ability, as long as it's in an allied territory, the allied territory cannot be decapped. So it's very helpful holding strategic points. Hide in the corner of the strategic point, lock it down, boom bada bing, the enemy can't take it and cut off your resources, which is very important. Sherman, no idea what it's trying to do, but we have maybe a Panzerschreck going in to kill it, I'm assuming, maybe, kinda. No, okay, we have LNG, a 3-star paratrooper. That's kind of terrifying, honestly. Yeah, right now the Axis need to capture some territory. I think actually a push up north would be pretty good. Maybe a minesweeper to help out with the demos. But overall, that's what I would probably guess, and probably what you need to do. Now, the enemy isn't, you know, dying down from the artillery too, but... Nice Panzerwerfer doing quite a bit of damage. This is where you do need to move your stuff. If your ambulance is dead, move it in the first place. My god. Stormtroopers coming in for the flank. Very nice. Probably a shock grenade. Do they have that? They don't. Probably the bundle grenade would still be really good. Fire coming in, making sure the Axis can't catch. We'll pretty much recapture that point and kind of slowly but surely decrease the Axis point limit. Good for the Allies. Again, trying to just cautionary keep them back and kind of keep the resources going for them. Now, strategy-wise, let's see what's going on here. The Calliope I find out fault. Because, again, why you a decent amount of manpower to at least heal what you have. You don't have a lot of... Okay, you're getting a Jackson. Alright. Never mind. I was going to say, that's what you kind of needed. Now, we have an IS-2, but as you can see, the Stug firing. it's having a hard time penetrating. Even side armor, it bounced. So, I guess be very careful. Nice job with the Calliope firing point blank. As you can see, it's doing quite a bit of damage. So if it stayed there, it would actually continue to do a lot of damage. Sherman coming in, it could easily fight a Stug if it's very mobile and very active. But with the other Stug and stuff over here, there's really no way the Sherman can really win. Although we're about to see a Sherman pretty much get fucked. So Panzerfaust to the mass extent I'm expecting right here. And there goes the Sherman. Yeah, Shermans are very vulnerable. You don't really want to send him in to go kill a unit. Let's see, up north we have the Panther killing the MG over here and a bunch of other stuff. Not sure why you're not using demo charge. It's an easy kill, maybe a free MG42. Yeah. Wow, that IS-2 got destroyed. Don't worry, guys. He can kind of make another one. Oh no, he got another KV. I'm just like, I literally sat down, like, I look at him like, I'm literally lost for words. I don't understand why he's getting another KV. Also, guys, you really need to focus. The allies need to kind of block this area off somehow. Kind of make sure they don't get flanked. Because right now I see a large army about to flank and capture a lot of points, which is great for the Axis, bad for the allies. Calliope coming in. Doing a lot of damage to the infantry. Again, they have to pull back, not capture the point. So, kind of still makes it even. Down south, we have a nice AT line. We do have a Tiger Ace. Dr. Virus. I want to see how you do. Because usually, Tiger Ace is a no-go unless you're about to win. I don't see you about to win anytime soon. I'm guessing P-47 is about to come in. Yep. Tiger Ace may die. If all the rockets hit the Tiger Ace, it could be very bad. Now, a lot of this stuff hit the buildings and surroundings, so that's really good. Plane crash because of all the AA fire, honestly. We do have the enemy, again, nice job pushing into the enemy base. That's pretty smart. Again, kind of force them back, kind of move these guys back to base. Could be very helpful. Now, at least kill the bunker so the infantry can come in. Yeah. 18, I'm barely alive. Probably should go back to heal. Poor Panther just trying to hide back at his base. His king annihilated. Probably thought he was on the edge. Now, the nice thing is the Axis did take over this territory, which is 3 points. It's a lot of resources, as you can see. Kind of helps even the playing field to even beat them in a lot, both fuel and munitions. So that really does help when you do capture that stuff. Now, unfortunately, the Axis do have a lot of Panzerwerfer, so again, if he does it correctly, he can do a lot of damage to the rifleman, kind of capping stuff. Will he do that? Probably not, but you know, it's probably a good thing to do. One Jackson versus a bunch of armor. There's really no way they're going to fight that, so Hulk should be able to really decimate them. Nice job killing the ambulance. That should, again, help out, and if you kill the Jackson, that's also a huge plus. There you go. Too much infantry with AT. Best idea would be to pull back. Very smart of him to... I think he's doing it, not entirely sure. At least he killed a mortar. Smoke going down, but again, if they're correct, they can just throw a bunch of AT grenades. Or, you know, a few. Yeah, while it's a decent attack, he should have retreated sooner. Hello. Nice oh my god, that Panzerwerfer strike is devastating. Again, I feel like the Panzerwerfer can sometimes be very underrated. It's just very good at killing infantry. So good. And then people are like, oh, it's not that great because it's just one shot. Yeah, but it's one shot, very devastating, that kills. It has a lot of area suppression. Or a target of area of effect, I should say. That probably makes more sense. Now we can see here the Axis have been slowly gaining. The Allies are really not capturing the territory, so I feel like this is going to be the breaking point. This is going to be the point where the Allies slowly but surely start to lose it. But we shall see. Maybe they'll turn around and win the day. Who knows? Tiger is still alive. 4 kills, not too shabby. We do have an IS-2, but it's going straight up the gut, and as we saw before, there's a lot of stuff over here. Nice Calliope fire. They're doing a lot of damage to both the Panther and the infantry in the surrounding area. Wow, squad wiping 2 units. Alright, 3 units. Man, Hulk is just got annihilated. Looks like now, though, it's about even, so we'll see how it goes. Jackson coming in, sniping a lot of the armor on the standby, but not standby, but kind of just like holding out along the river. We do have another close block, which will bring in mortar strikes, but overall, not that much. Like I said, the real damage is when you cut off the territory, and it just annihilates everything. IS-2 trying to run over stuff, not entirely sure why. I guess he wanted to kill it before they could do the Panzerfaust. Sorry, kind of late, you should have just retreated. IS-2 taking a bounce shot. And Tiger Ace just mops everything up. Tiger Ace moving in. Could do a lot of damage over here if it's done correctly. Come on, Tiger Ace. You can do it. Come on, Dr. Virus. Kill the Jackson. You got this. Boom. Retreat. Blitz out of there. Some nice hits on the Calliopes. I have to say that for a fact. I like how he's moving up as the Tiger's still there. So it's like, oh, Tiger, you can just wait for him to move up and take him out. The infantry's moving up, trying to help out with killing the AT, MGs, and whatnot. And it looks like it's a good deal. We have some equipment on the ground. The engine, Tiger could probably fire, but he probably doesn't want to. Jackson could probably kill in one shot. So, yeah, just retreat from the now on, and maybe let another Panther or Jackson or something kill it. Yeah, they're just double Panthers down here. That's great. That's enough. Overall, what I've been seeing in this game that I find very effective is just unit preservation. Rich has been doing a great job with keeping all those units alive, and secondly, and probably very important, would be what's the best way to put this? Wow, Panzerwerfer strike coming out, man. I'm trying to think what I was going to say. I just completely lost track, but that's what I get for being up for, many hours past when I was supposed to be. Another Panzerwerfer strike coming in over here. But, yeah. I think the Allies were just a bit too defensive. I feel like that's what I was trying to lean toward. They should be more aggressive, actually, and should probably just try to take out some of those major choke points. Cut off the territory like here. Make sure they can't repair with an AT gun. Cut off here and then boom bada bing. As long as it's destroyed, you only one place the enemy can go, and as long as you have 2 players or 1.5 players, it should be more than enough to hold back whatever army comes in. Just defensively, defense is always harder than offense because you're kind of moving into a territory you don't necessarily know about. Very nice job with the Panther, just trying to gun down that Jackson is 1 star, so it does get those Chinese rounds, I believe is what they're called. Aw, shoot. So close yet so far. Nice job killing the ambulance. Probably should fall back at this point. Panzerwerfer is coming in, should do a lot of damage. Oh, they retreat, never mind. The Rundown, not a bad movie. Wait, why am I thinking about The Rundown? Anyway, moving on. So, let's see, down south. Currently, we still have a defensive line over here. Alright, not too shabby. Fragmentation bomb kind of missed over here, but hey, at least you managed to do a lot of damage and push them back. So, overall, not too bad. Not too bad. We have a P-47 recon. Why would you use that? You don't have enough munitions. Nor does your allies. Looks like they are going north and trying to recapture that territory. I kind of feel bad, but then I kind of forget. Oh yeah, he's double demos here, and he should have had something to blow it up when the tiger came around. Sorry, panther. But no, you didn't do that. Grenadiers, all 3-star, very awesome. Moving in, going to be very deadly against any infantry, because again, it is very powerful Grenadiers. Also, you add in those stun grenades, and it just makes it even more difficult. Don't know why you fired double stun grenade at one location, but whatever. Wow, Jackson actually chasing down, well, double Jackson chasing down Tiger. That's a bad move. Jackson's there to support. It's not really a head-on tank. Because of that, where it bounces. Panther coming in to help out. Jackson's still firing and again have better penetration on the side, so pretty good. Along with there's an AT gun over here, so that maybe might be helping. Not entirely sure, honestly. Looks like Tiger is falling back. I will give it this. Dr. Virus is doing a great job. You have a ton of fuel, saving up solely resources. So overall, you're doing a really good job keeping your units alive and constantly fighting and holding them back. Now, the big problem is this guy, Rich, because he has a lot of forces. I mean, a lot of forces. Dr. Virus has quite a few, but not as much infantry. Best thing is Hulk, but he's on the opposite side of the map. And for those who are like, oh, he's opposite of the map, just switch places. Well, it's very difficult for a player to just pick up everything and move somewhere else. So, yeah. More attacks, kind of more failure. Here, let's fast forward this a little bit. Just on the downtime. I'm assuming this guy's going to prep for some type of massive counterattack, but I mean, he's sniping this stuff. What's going to stop the AT gun from coming over and killing him? If this thing dies, because it's like, oh, we're just going to stay here while the pack gun kills me. Okay, you're back up. Good. A lot of mortars. Is there really a lot of mortars? Alright, there's 2 mortars over here. No mortars with this guy. And 2 mortars there. So 4 mortars in total. That's not too bad. Compared to what the allies could have, oh my god. I mean, they have some mortar teams, not many, so that could be a lot more difficult to fight, but honestly, you guys need to start pushing and taking territory, because the allies are getting really low on a bunch of major critical stuff, like fuel. Nice mortars pushing back the shock troops. Panther on standby. Again, I'm not saying the Panther is, like, again, I feel like when people go, wow, what the fuck is this Tiger Ace doing? It's trying to hide in the corner, don't get me wrong. I think it was trying to go underneath that. Oh, it is. That's really cool. Nice job with the Panther. Knock out that Jackson while he's trying to turn around and kill it. A couple nice shots. Now, if he does the AT grenade and knocks out its engine and also does the demo, that could be hugely devastating. Very nice job. Again, doesn't kill the bridge, but it's enough to kill the Tiger. So, very cool. Nice trap. Very nice trap. Panzer Grenadiers try and knock out that unit. Again, still a little too close to the front line with this. Probably should, at this point, have it in your base. Or maybe back behind the train. Because, again, you have a lot of people just coming out of nowhere. They could easily come in and just destroy this. Again, because it's not that far. Or a recon plane would come in. So yeah, it looks like the Axis are finally gaining ground. For those who are like, oh my god, they buffed the allies early game, but late game they still suck. Like, no, I've won the allies late game, and I think it'll be like a live stream replay. But yeah, I've won against that stuff. It's not that difficult. But yeah, people rely on it, so I'm not entirely sure why. Jackson's, yeah, just double firing, trying to hold back that Panther. Nice try of killing the ambulance. Panzerwerfer trying to get some shots off, but like I said, the counterpoint with the Panzerwerfer needs to be like 50% there and then fire, and for it to be actually accurate and good. Rumbar moving up, yeah, that's great against Jackson. Let alone 2 Jacksons. I was just waiting like, okay, what's he gonna do? Well, maybe not the best idea to send Brumbar against 2 Jacksons. Hypothetically speaking, that may not be the most sound plan. Also, Jesus Christ, this guy lost a lot from those constant bombardments. I think he had a full army before, now he has zip. Thanks, Panzerwerfers, just doing the job they were meant to, just pretty much doing the job they were meant to have. Alright, we're getting down to the final wire. I'm assuming they might win by points if they can control the 3 major points. Maybe. We shall see if that even happens or occurs. I don't see it really happening. They should probably move infantry up and capture the point. Okay, you're finally moving it. Jackson kind of moving around, but Panther kind of giving chase. Panther, I think, is slightly faster. Jackson's like, I need help. Get me out of here. Stu comes around and just murders it. Very nice. Also T-34. Not too shabby. People forget T-34 is a really good support tank because although it's good against a lot of targets, it can cripple the engine or knock out some major Axis armor. So I think a bunch of T-34s and sacrificing one is probably not the worst idea ever. Kind of actually reasonable. Once again, Nod Mod kind of should probably be using that manpower. If we get over 1,000, not near pop cap, there's something wrong. Again, I know you're like, oh, save it for an IS-2. Just get something else. Seriously. Anything else would probably be very helpful and refreshing. Tiger's back up on the front after being healed. Not too shabby. Probably should get an upgrade for all that healing. Okay, the Axis are controlling the other star. Again, I'm very close. As you can see, it's close to the end of the game. So I'm assuming they might surrender after a big kill, which might be this. Or just kill everything in mid. That works too. That works too. Another Tiger coming out. Basic Tiger from Hulk. Not too shabby. Still do a lot of damage. It unfortunately doesn't have the armor pen ability or the sloped armor like the Tiger 2 or the Panther, but still it can go toe to toe with quite a lot of other major tanks and still bounce quite a few shells. So when you fire here. Tiger holding its own. Infantry kind of swarming. This would be a great time for a fragmentation bomber, Panzerwerfer, anything. I'm assuming that's why he has his Tiger there just popping rounds to try to save up for that artillery. I just don't see it happening. I see, yeah, he's going to lose that Tiger. He loses that Tiger. Oh, Dr. Ace lost the Tiger Ace. Oh, I missed that. Oh, my bad. Nice Panzerwerfer though, killing light infantry. Decrewing it at the very minimum. But at this point, point-wise, again, with this point underway, I would still be in this fight. Again, different scenario, but I was in a game where, again, everyone was losing. It's like, oh my god, what do we do? In this situation, not too bad. Not too shabby whatsoever. I'm assuming there might be a big armor battle, or they're going to surrender, one of the two. Special coming in, Incendiary, and Strafing running in, try to push them back. But points-wise, I'm probably seeing this game over very quickly. Panther going in, just trying to cause havoc, I'm assuming. Make sure the enemy can't push up. Fragmentation Monk is coming in. Is he going to hit his own unit? Great, the only unit you hit was yourself. That's brilliant. Calliope also going in to kill this Panther. Panther on the retreat. Barely manages to make it out alive. Over here we've got a few shock troops. They could use smoke and get around here, but I don't know. A lot of infantry pushing up again. I just don't think it's going to be enough because, as you can see, currently the Allies control 3 points. Even if they decap this, it's just going to be too little too late. Yeah, the Allies just don't have anything. The Axis have all 3, and it's just going to slowly but surely burn the time out. But yeah, that's pretty much the game. I like the diversity of it, Dr. Virus. I like your methods, style. I also like that your Tiger Ace pretty much stayed alive for a majority of the game. That's something you don't really see all that often. Anyway, let's see. What was it, last game or 2 games ago where Tiger Ace shows up and dies instantly? Like, great job, man. Yeah, Rich was their best player by far. 68,000 damage. I mean, he just kicked some serious ass. But like I said, I feel like he just got annihilated by something and unfortunately lost a lot of his men, which kind of threw him out and kind of removed their best player, so they started to lose. Overall, on the Axis side, Dr. Virus was their best player and has a ton of kills. I'm assuming, I guess, Grenadiers 16,000, 115 kills. Wow, okay, did not expect that. That's a lot from Grenadiers. Oh well, good job. I would not expect that. Nice heavy infantry. Again, a lot of people lose it. He was able to keep it alive for as long as he could. But in case that's game, I want to thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you guys like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.
Hello everyone, this is Greyshot17. Time to go over your comments. Not many this week, but we have Ghost Sniper saying 3814. Not sure if you eventually picked up or not. Haven't finished this video, but I'm positive I know what Herenix was up to. Man, I can't talk today. There, for the most part of the match, he's bum rushing the enemy not to damage, but to disconnect the points. I agree. Once you stated this, I wanted to respond to you immediately. I'm like, oh wow, yeah, that's what he's doing. He's saying Stormtrooper's back, disconnect, so we can call in that close pocket barrage, because again, that does a lot of damage toward the enemy if done correctly at the right point. So very nice. Voice ain't synced properly. I think that was kind of with something. I'm still trying to figure out what Emil was trying to get after. Maybe it was the abridged or something. It was pretty good on my end when I double checked it. I don't know. When Star Wars 7 came out, I met an asshole in Rocket League whose name was Han Solo Dies in Star Wars Episode 7. I will never understand why someone would do that. Yeah, just to be a dick, that's why. I think you already got your answer in your comment. Russian shells can't melt German steel was an inside job. Yeah, funny, haha. Oh, great. Why Allies lose this game? Because American is noob. Oh, sorry, the T-34-85 guy noob. Why lost your tanks? You need it. Wait, you need it. Why go KT like that? Sure, why not? Yeah. Would you introduce Cat to a video soon? Cats are kawaii. Sure. I did. If you look at my stream video, I showed her off, and she's pretty awesome when she's not trying to chew through my cables. Oh boy. In any case, I'm watching her as she's once again trying to do that as we speak, but I'm keeping her back. In any case, I want to thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.